Hello, and first I just want to say sorry because I haven't uploaded in a while, and but I have an excuse, and that's my psychical problems. I was very down, and I still am, but I will explain that through a game, and the trailer will be out in spring, I guess. I hope everything will soon be alright. But I decided to make a tutorial on fade in and fade out effect because a lot of tutorials out there are now really old. So yeah, I just wanted to make this tutorial. So let's start. This is a basic scene I created late before I recorded this, and it's just a basic scene. And if you walk to this diamond here, it fades out and it fades in over here in another scene. So yeah, I'll show you how to do that. The script I'm using here is not mine, it's from Unity manual. I'm just triggering it with another script added, and that is basically what I'm going to show you over here. So let me just stop over here so I can clear the scene and we can start open. And I'm back. Now we can start creating this effect. So first we're gonna go to game object, create empty. We're gonna name this object and this is really important because the script is using the name and the script I created. So we're gonna set the position on X, Y and Z axis to 0.5, so it's right in front of our screen. I use this in a few other tutorials for GUI textures because we'll be using GUI because it doesn't really matter, it's a black texture and it's easier. So yeah, go add a GUI component and we're gonna select the texture that everybody have, default chess checker, and we're gonna set the color to black. You can go to color scale and just okay. So if we go to game window, as you can see our screen is black because this is right in front of our screen, and it covers the entire screen. So what we want to do now is we're gonna add a script here called fader over here and just drag it in. It's a JavaScript, paste, copy and paste, and copy and paste to the JavaScript file, and I'll be including it into the description. So quick explanation: public variable fade speed means float equals 1.5. It's the speed in how quick the texture will fade from black to transparent. So the scene is starting, boolean true, that means that the scene is starting. So we could check if it's starting or not. So on the wake function, it checks if the screen width and height is equals 0.0, so it's just in front of our screen. And in the update, if the scene is starting, so it checks, and whether it is starting, it calls the start scene. So function fade to clear, it just fades our text, GUI textures, finds it, it fades it from black to transparent. Function fade to black, it finds it and fades from transparent to black, just the opposite. So in the start scene, it calls the fade to clear function over here, and it gets the GUI texture, and if the color A, which declares if it's transparent or not, it's less or equals 0.0 times F, it sets the texture to clear and it disables it, which you could delete this one, but I think it's better to delete it. And in the public function end scene, it gets is just the opposite. It gets the GUI texture, it enables it, causes the fade to black, and if it's more than 0.95 F, it loads the application, loads level 1. So this is actually the second level. Okay, so we can go out now and we can test it. So you can see it fades in the scene, but it doesn't do more than that. So what we want to do now is to go to game object, create 3D object cube. So we want to drag it on the surface so we can see it, and drag it wherever you want. I'm gonna drag it to our diamond so it looks like entering a portal or something, you know. So what we want to do over here is just set to this trigger and disable the mesh renderer for now. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is gonna go to our character. In this case is the third person controller, and we're gonna add a second script, which is fader. No fader, fade trigger. This is a script I made. It wasn't too difficult, you know. It's just 3 lines of code. So okay. Variable and is fader. Here we'll put our object that has a fader script, but we doesn't matter if you do that or not, because when declaring this variable, the game object finds a game object that is named this script finds a game object that is named end, and it gets the component out of this object that is named fader. So this is our different script that fades in and out. See, so and then it calls and if we enter a trigger, and we stay in this trigger or collider, you know. And if if the tag of this collider is the end, it calls from this variable, and it calls from this fader script the end scene function. So it's pretty simple. And yes, we don't need to declare the object here because we want to find it by name, which we already named it end, you know. And we want to go to our cube now and tag it. Add a tag. Okay, the end, because as you know, we used tags on this fade trigger script, and we used the end tag. So if we won't tag the object the end, it won't recognize the object. Okay, simple as that. And now I'm just going to delete this scene test2, yes, and we're gonna create a new scene. File, new scene, and we're gonna save this scene, and we're gonna create game object, 3D object, plane. We're gonna drag our third person controller inside. Okay, we're gonna add a material here, and now we are going to create main camera is over here, so you could drag it a bit here, you know, and just rotate it a bit, and yeah, just a simple scene. And we could create, and now we're going to create and now we're just going to save the scene file, save scene, and we're gonna name test2, and we're gonna open up our first scene, and we're gonna copy the end. We're just gonna copy the end object. We're gonna go to test2, and we're gonna pass this end object here, and here you have it. If you go to test1, save this one, and if you check again at the end object fader script, just quickly, just to explain you, if we check it, check the end scene, when our color A is more or equals 0.95 f. I don't know what that means, but the f, I don't know what this means. It application loads level 1. So we want to go to file, build settings. We want to add current, but I already added, and we want to add test2. Okay, so test2, and as you can see, it must be 1 because the script calls it loads level 1. And if we play the scene now, it fades in the scene. If we go again, what in the world? Untagged, the end. You have to tag it the end, of course. Go to cube and tag it the end. Otherwise it won't recognize it, and it fades out the scene and it fades in this scene over here. So that was it for today, guys. Hope you find this tutorial helpful, and yeah, I hope I will be able to continue these tutorials very soon, but I have to get myself together now. So yeah, file, save scene if you want to save project, and yeah, bye.